reputation is really everything. I think when you're compassionate and caring and can, really relate and form a relationship with people. I've had people who, the one woman I have seen every 2 weeks for the past 11 years. I have regulars who come monthly, who come weekly, who come biweekly.
I'm Sean Hessinger, and this is Small Biz in 15, the show where we bring you small business news and tips to make your small business better. Today, Deb Baer, owner of Soul Body Healing Arts, tells us how to start a massage business from scratch. Deb, let's start out by telling everybody a little bit about your business, maybe how it got started, that sort of thing.
So I actually went through massage school in the mid 90s, and I came back to it after experiencing some Reiki healing, which is an energy healing. I decided I need to go back to massage school. So I went back in 2011, and I haven't looked back. I love my practice. It's just been an amazing experience for me to own my own business.
Great. That's what we like to hear. What is a massage therapist exactly?
So massage therapist, everybody kind of knows what massage is. It's very hands-on. We work with soft tissue, with injuries, with people who just want to come and relax, sports teams, all kinds of different settings. I've worked with surgeons, for people who need scar tissue revision. I've worked with cancer patients. I've worked with hospice to help just give some palliative care to people who are in a lot of pain or, just near end of life. So to enhance their quality of life.
Well, that's a good comprehensive definition. But the other thing that I found fascinating when I looked it up is that there's, I guess, different types of massage therapy.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. There's definitely niches you can get into. The most common are, I would say, Swedish, which it's not like it's from Sweden. It came from Sweden, so it's basically massage. But the founder of massage was Swedish, so they named it Swedish massage. There's deep muscle. That's another common one. A lot of people use hot stone. There's things that are like very specific, like reflexology. You work with feet, hands, and ears to hit pinpoints in your body. There's a lot that came from China, like traditional Chinese medicine. There's sports massage. There's myofascial release. But I would say the most common ones that people are looking for are deep tissue and Swedish. They're the most commonly asked for.
What kind of certifications do you need to become a massage therapist?
Massage therapists actually need to be licensed in the state of Pennsylvania. And I would say, I think I looked it up. I said there were about 45 states in the U.S. that require licensure. Some of the other states are a little behind. Some don't. There's 3 that don't require any education or anything. New York requires 1,000 hours. The lowest one, I think, was like Kentucky was 250 hours. Pennsylvania is at 600 hours. So it's a pretty good program. They're comprehensive, but you definitely need to go through education and then sit for your board licensing exam. So it is a licensed position.
Well, I think that answers my next question, but I mean, it's kind of I don't know if it's maybe the same thing, which is there's a certification. So you would have to, depending on where you're going to start your business, you would have to know what kind of certification you would need. Or if you're going to get into this, you would have to know what kind of certification you need first.
Right. So yes. So there's a basic 600-hour program that you need to go through that's kind of comprehensive. It covers I think it's almost 200 hours of anatomy, physiology, pathology, things like that. Then there's 250 hours of hands-on. And then the additional hours might be like business, ethics, hygiene, the law, regulations, things like that. So what you do is you go through the main program, you get your diploma, you sit for your board. You also have to have CPR, child abuse recognition and clearances. So there's, a little bit of a background check before you get your license. Then you have continuing education to take. That's 24 hours every 2 years. So the board renews every 2 years. And that's where you can get your certifications. Like you might want to go for Thai table massage and you get certified in Thai table massage or certified in myofascial release. When you go through the main program, they might have different tracks and they might introduce you to some things. I was introduced to Lomi Lomi massage, which is a Hawaiian hands-on healing. It's a beautiful type of massage. Love it. I had to take reflexology. I did an aromatherapy class. So we had a little bit of pick and choose, but we learned a basic full body routine that would take us to wherever we needed to go. And then we could add in little things.
So it sounds like there's a license and then there's additional certifications for specialties.
Yes. Yeah. So it's not necessarily, it's just called continuing education, but you can be certified in a specific track.
Once you decide that you want to open your own business, is there some kind of, people usually use business license, need business licenses and things to open a business. Is there a special license you need to do this beyond just the certification
No, not
license?
specifically. No, you just want to check your regulations in your where you live or where you're going to be working. I just had to buy, I think it was a $35 business license through Allentown, city of Allentown, which is where my practice is.
If you're trying to decide if this is something for you or something that you might want to consider, what type of person or personality traits or, what would indicate that you might want to go into this, do you think, on a personal level?
Yeah, you definitely need to like people for sure. You have to have good communication skills, good listening skills, because people are going to be telling you one thing, but you can kind of peel back the layers and see behind what they're saying sometimes. You want to be empathetic because you're going to be working with people who are in pain or people who have really stressful lives sometimes. So you need some empathy and consideration for what they're going through. You need some physical stamina for sure. So if you don't like getting physical and sweaty, you don't want to do massage. It's definitely you're lunging, you're squatting, you're using your body weight to deliver the gliding and kneading and things like that. So I talk with my hands a lot. So if you talk with your hands, you might want to be a massage therapist. Okay.
So that's one thing you might notice or consider. Let me ask you this, Deb. Do most massage therapists start their own practice, or are there places you get a job doing this? Yeah,
a lot of people when they first come out of school. So we get a little experience. We have to have a clinic, and we do work on people who kind of come in off the streets and get massage. But we kind of learn how to run the clinic as well. So most people go work for someone. They can work for a spa, a chiropractor, sometimes there's just massage places and they might have 10 massage therapists there. So most people go work somewhere or multiple places. You can also do chair massage. So a lot of corporations will hire someone to come in for an event. You can volunteer for a while to make connections, but sometimes it's about networking and knowing people.
Yeah, well, as in a lot of businesses. Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty of you're deciding you want to start your practice. What kind of equipment do you need to do this?
Yeah, really basic. You need a massage table or a massage chair if you're going to be doing chair massages. If you have a table practice, you want somewhere quiet, you need a quiet space. You can work out of your home, but you have to check with your local ordinances. Like sometimes they don't allow you to work out of your home unless there's a separate entrance. Massage table, massage chair. You need some sheets, oil, quiet space, some nice mellow music, soft lighting. And that's what you basically need to do the massage. Some people get, when the more you go on with it, I now have a hydraulic table, which helps my back. I have multiple massage therapists who work out of my office. So it's nice to be able to adjust the table heights. We have a short girl and a taller guy. So, it's nice to be able to adjust it hydraulically. Some people use hot stones. Some people use hot packs or ice packs or massage tools. Some people, so there's a modality called shiatsu, which you work with your feet. So you need bars above you to hang on to, and you actually massage people with your feet. So that's really the basics. You can start, I would say, for probably around $2,000, you can kind of supply your massage room. You've got to think about, you're going to be doing laundry, so you need access to a washer and dryer.
Deb, you mentioned something else just now, which I thought was interesting, which is that other therapists work out of your office. In terms of building a business, even an individual business, are there ways that you can work with other therapists to kind of build a practice? Because one of the hardest things about building a business oftentimes is if you're the only one.
Yeah, so there's only so many hours in a day that I can work. I typically, these days, I work on about 4 people a day. So I'm not considered full time. There's a lot of therapists, when they work out of a spa, they might be working on 6 to 7 people per day. So all those hours, it's nice to be able to either share a space with 1, 2, or 3 massage therapists. I think I have 4 right now that work out of my office. Some only work and do about 4 people a week. Some are working on about 7. So we just kind of split up the time spaces and time slots. So that we can all have something going on. It's really nice too, like if you have an injury or a surgery that you have to be out for, that you can refer people directly into your same office group.
What kind of business plan do you have to have when you start out to do something like this and figure out? I mean, you just rattled off the costs, so I'm assuming that you had some idea going in of what you were going to.
Yeah, I did have an idea going in. I worked for someone else for about 4 years before I went out on my own. I mean, I still kind of had my own business. A lot of massage therapists are independent contractors. So, if you need to go and do chair massage, you get paid the full amount and you end up paying your taxes. So technically, I started out having my own business, but didn't really treat it like that because I was always working for someone else. So when I decided to kind of go out on my own, I definitely researched, costs. That meant me having to do the bookkeeping for a while. I was kind of on a shoestring budget. So I still do my own bookkeeping. I haven't been able to find a good accountant. So it's accounting. I did my own marketing. I did a lot of freebie things. I would go to health fairs at churches and just network with people and meet people. And now I'm at the point where I don't do any marketing at all. I actually took my website down because we couldn't accommodate everybody that was going on. So I actually got a free website from my insurance company. So that's another thing you have to remember to get. You have to be insured. So I took down my website and I'm just going word of mouth right now. And I am at no loss for referrals from people. So reputation is really everything. I think when you're compassionate and caring and can, really relate and form a relationship with people. I've had people who, the one woman I have seen every 2 weeks for the past 11 years. I have regulars who come monthly, who come weekly, who come biweekly. And then people come and go sometimes for various reasons.
Well, that's it for another episode of Small Biz in 15. Thanks again to Deb Baer, owner of Soul Body Healing Arts, for making this program possible. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the show, and please leave a comment and let us know what topics you'd like to see covered in future programs. For more small business news and tips, join us at smallbiztrends.com.